Hello everyone, today we will be solving Cambridge IGCSE 0580/42 May June 2025 Mathematics Paper 4. Let's start. Okay, so the first question says a quadrilateral has properties. Has these properties. The diagonals are the only lines of symmetry. It has rotational symmetry of order 2. Write down the mathematical name of this quadrilateral. So this is quite easy. This is rhombus. Again, you have to remember these shapes and their properties. So the rhombus is like just a little bit like that. Kind of like a kite. So it's like that. So the diagonals are the only lines of symmetry. And the rotational symmetry of order 2 means it will come back to its original place after we have to rotate it twice. So that's it. And next, the diagram shows a net of a solid. Write down the mathematical name of the solid. So if you imagine in our head, if we close this shape, it becomes a prism. So it's a triangular prism. Alright, let's move to the next question. Mass of box A ratio mass of box B is equals to 4:7. The mass of box B is 2.4 kg more than the mass of box A. So mass of box B is 2.4 kg more than box A. Calculate the mass of box A and the mass of box B. Alright, so first of all we will subtract 7 from 4. 7 minus 4 will be 3. Alright, that's the difference between the ratios. And then we will 2.4 divided by 3 multiplied by the 7 of box B, right, for its mass. That will be 5.6, and same for the next one. 2.4 divided by 3 multiplied by 4 of the mass of box A. That will be 3.2. So 3.2 is box A and 5.6 is box B. Alright, so the question 4 says ABCD is a trapezium. Work out the area of the trapezium. So we have to learn the formula for the area of the trapezium, which is 1 divided by 2 into height into the sum of parallel sides. So that is not an equal, that I drew two parallel lines. Alright, so 1 over 2, what is the height? Height is this one, so that will be 8. And what is the sum of the parallel sides? This is the parallel side and this is the parallel sides. Alright, so the sum of them are 10 plus 12, and if you solve this all, the answer is 88. Alright, next, Scott changes $300 into pounds. The exchange rate is 1 pound is equals to $1.20. Calculate the amount Scott receives for 1 mark. That is quite easy. So we'll use the ratio method, 1 ratio 1.20 so 1 pound is equals to this much dollars. And how much pounds, which will be put as X. So how much pounds will be $300, right? So we will cross multiply. So 300 multiplied by 1, then it will be divided by 1.20. So we can simply just 300 divided by 1.20. That will be 250 pounds. Alright, next question 6 says the solid wooden cone has a base radius 4 cm and the height of 12 cm. So a cone is like this if we draw it. Alright, that is our cone with the radius of 4 and a height of 12. Density of the wood is 0.74 grams per centimeter cube. Calculate the mass of the cone. The formula is density is equals to mass divided by volume. We have the density, we do not have the mass, we have to calculate that, and we have the values to find the volume. So the formula for the cone's volume is 1 over 3 into pi into radius square into height, you have to learn these formulas. Alright, so 1 over 3 pi, radius is 4 square, multiplied by height, which is 12. Put that in the calculator and you'll get 2.201.06 as the volume. Then we have to use a formula, which is density is equals to mass over volume. The density is 0.74. Put in the values. Mass we have to find, we'll leave it as m, and the volume that we just found out is 201.06, and then we'll have to cross multiply that, which we will get 148.7. so that is the mass of our wood, 148.7. right. Next question is y is equals to y is equals to mx plus c. Rearrange the formula to make m the subject. Quite easy. Y, and we'll bring the c on with y, so y minus c. Then we have mx. Now we'll have to deal with x. So x is being multiplied over there. It will be divided with the y minus c, and m will be made the subject. All right. Next question, 2.1 square minus 1.9 divided by 0.5. Okay, 2.1 square is 4.41 minus 1.9 and 0.5. Alright, so put that in the calculator, you get 5.02. Easy peasy. Next question. Alright. Let's see, solve the simultaneous equation. You must show all your working. These are the equations. So there are different ways to solve the simultaneous equation. We're going to do this one. So put a bracket around both equations. Now we're going to be taking our 3 from the first equation, and we'll be multiplying it with the whole bottom equation, because you have to make two same things so we can cross them out. Alright. So 2w, the first equation will be written as it is, then the next one will become 9w plus 3y is equals to 33, and minus 3y plus 3y will be crossed out, cancelled, and there's plus sign with both of these, so 9 plus 2 is 11w, same as here. So it's equals to, this is already gone, so 11 plus 33 is 44. Now solve it. W is equals to 44 over 11, which we will get 4. So W is 4. Now take one of the equations, whichever you feel like is the easy to solve and quicker, and plug in the value of the W. So 3, I'm going to take the bottom equation, 3w, y is equals to 11. 3w is 4, y is we have to find out, and 11, 12 plus y is equals to 11. Y is equals to 11 minus 12, and that is minus 1. So y is minus 1. Alright. Question 10. A group of 12 adults and 9 children travel on a bus. The cost of an adult ticket is N dollars. The cost of a child ticket is N minus $10. The cost of the tickets total is $277.50. Find the cost of one adult ticket. So they're asking for the adult ticket, one adult ticket, not the child ticket. So we will do is 12N, because there are 12 adults and one ticket costs N. So 12N plus, same with the children, 9 multiplied by N minus 10, and that cost $277.50. Now we will solve it. We will open up the bracket, 9n minus 90 and 277.50. This will be 12n plus 9n, which will become 21n, and the 90 minus 90 will move to the other side, which will become 277.50 plus 90. Alright, so 21n is equals to 367.5, and then we'll just, n is equals to $367.5 divided by 21. That's the value of our one adult ticket, which is $17.5. $17.5. That's it.